Well, despite the dire warnings and mandatory evacuation orders from government officials, some Florida residents are staying put to ride out Hurricane Irma, whatever she brings. One of them is retired Major League Baseball star Rick Ankiel, who joins us now on the phone from Jupiter, Florida. Rick, I know you grew up in Florida. I imagine you've seen hurricanes before, but this looks like a hurricane like none other that's hit Florida. You're still going to stick this one out?
This is the scariest storm I've ever seen, but we're not in an evacuation zone. We're up in Jupiter. So, family-wise, when we tried to make a decision of what we should do, with all the factors, it became best that we stay here.
All right. So how many people are going to be hunkering down with you?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We have about 5.
Okay.
Plus the kids, so that'll make it 7.
Okay. And are you high enough that you don't think you'll be affected by storm surge, that kind of thing? Yeah,
we're far enough away from the ocean, and we have new construction, so we have hurricane windows and all that stuff. So I am, confident that the house will make it, and we're not close enough to the surf to where we'd have to worry about that storm surge.
At the same time, it is almost certain to be terrifying. I mean, you've, I'm sure, seen some terrifying events in your day, but this could get scary.
It could definitely get scary. I mean, the thing that I relate to is I'm old enough to remember Andrew that hit a homestead, and my family's in construction. So I remember going down there as a child and seeing, where you would see a house, you just see the foundation, or where you would see a 100-year-old oak tree, it's half a mile away. So in that, it's as scary as it can be. There's no question.
So you don't feel that this is, imprudent. You have considered your options. You're not in a mandatory evacuation zone, and you're going to stick there in Jupiter for this one.
The best advice I've ever been given is always have a backup plan, and no matter what that comes to. So for this, the biggest plan, I'm a native Floridian, right? So I feel like all native Floridians are used to hurricanes. So you're always prepared. I mean, we have a garage full of water. We have basically what we call a life survival kit that's ready, and then we just have to go out and get minimal stuff. Usually I would probably evacuate, but my mom is on dialysis, which she had dialysis today, and which she had to have, and then she'll have it again on Tuesday. So the scariest thing for us is when you start looking at everybody that was evacuating Miami and everything else, and you look at 95 and the Turnpike and the amount of traffic and backups that they were having. We're only 200 miles away from Orlando, so to speak, which was going to be one of our backup plans. But it was taking people 8 hours or more. So the scariest thing for me would have been to get stuck in that traffic without gas. Now you're in South Florida where, gas is becoming scarce. You have all these different things. And can you get back? And my mom will have dialysis again on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So could she get back, or could we get her back with all the amount of traffic and everybody trying to get back to Florida after the storm? So that was our concerning things. And then, so with all that being said, we felt like our best option was to stay home.
Rick Ankiel, known to a lot of Major League Baseball baseball fans, played for half a dozen teams or so. Rick, we wish you well. Sounds like you've considered everything thoroughly. Our best to your mom, and hope that the dialysis center is open Tuesday, because it's going to be wild down there. Thanks, Rick.